think, feel, and believe. 18. Think, feel, and believe. 18. Slicks up me! Think, feel, and believe! 18! Hello! How you doing out there? Yeah! Thanks for watching! Watch, like, subscribe, share, yeah! But make sure you listen in succession. 1, 2, 3, come on. It's like a book. 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 Yeah, you wouldn't skip around on a book, would you? Would you? No, you wouldn't. I don't think you would. Because if you do that a little bit, that's silly, wouldn't it? If you skipped around and you read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and if you're doing that with a book, well, I think you better do that with these videos too, because, this is kind of like telling a story, Yeah, it's kind of like telling a story, so you want to make sure you're listening in succession, okay? Okay, so where were we on the last video? Can you help me out? Well, I can't hear you. Excuse me. So I want to write new business every week. So if you want, you'll just continue to want. But then I write, get rid of the want. I write new business every week. And I had that faith, and I can't tell you exactly, like I was talking in the last video, the one that was, okay. I can't tell you exactly how. Maybe because I started in December. I started doing that because I realized my silly me, caught myself again. I started in December, and then I got strong. I know I got strong in January, and I got strong and so it had to have been probably like probably good solid 2.5 to 3 months, and I started writing new business every week. And it was 3, 4, 5 policies a week. And then there was times, and see, I think part of it is sometimes there's going to be a little bit of test right there. And there was times where I'd go by and I might only write 1 policy that week. All right. But was it new business every week? Yes. So I had to be grateful. So there's things it's not always going to be how you think it's going to be. It's not always how it's going to be like you think it's going to be, because it's like sometimes I think there's when you're manifesting things for the positive, there's a little bit of a test that's there that's gonna not quite give you the results that you would want to expect. It's kind of like a test to see how for real you really are about this, how bad you want it to happen, right? So a few times sporadically, it happened, and like I might only write 1 business that week, but I'm like, hold on a second, I'm not going to jinx this and let my emotions get into it, because there were sometimes I'd write 3, 4, 5 policies a week, and then the next week I'd only write 1, but it was a good one, but I still kept be with the I write new business every week, and every time I would write a new policy, I write new business every week. And I did that for the longest time. And this is one of the things that I touched on a little bit in church on Sundays is freedom. Some of the freedom that you'll find in the power that is within you, and that is the power of the Spirit that is within you that gives you that power. Okay, so it's important that you listen to Church on Sundays and go listen to those in succession too. And, 1, 2, and share and like and all that good stuff. Okay? and listen to what's going on in there, because this is like synergistically happening. Oh, there's okay. It's connected. It's connected. Most definitely connected. And when you reach self-realization, and realizing that the power that is within you to do that, you can conquer the world. Everything has to be within reason, though. You can't be ridiculous about what you're saying and think. And it's never, get this straight. It's never, get this straight, okay? Never. It's never a magic wand. I mean, when you start to experience things, you know, you're going to think there's some sort of, like I did, I must have some sort of power or something. I must have some sort of, well, you do, okay? But it's never like, it's never going to poofy like you think it's a magic wand and, oh, I said it 3 times and it didn't work. No. You have to keep it going until it happens for you, right? You can't lose faith. You have to keep on going till it happens, and you may repeat and you might want to do something because there are some other dynamics that are taking place in this process too. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, for instance, with my example where I could talk about how, you know, I write new business every week. But in the back of my mind, right, everything has to be pure. The thought, the feeling, and the belief. It all has to be pure. It all has to be congruent, okay? Because in the back of your mind, if I had this, if I had this other little recording that was going back in the back of my mind going, money is always hard to make. Things are always difficult. Happens, you know, and I've got some negativity here. So I realized over the years as I went through all these things blindly, that when I was going through them blindly, it was the puristic. I like that word. I think I just invented it. Puristic aspect. The puristic. It's not a word. Okay, I'm the first one. Puristic. Okay. Puristic. It was the puristic aspect of what I was doing with it, because when I was doing it negatively, everything was pure with it, right? I mean, the thought, the feeling, and the belief about it was puristic. I mean, through and through. When I wanted to pay off my business within 2 years, I had the thought, I had the feeling, and the feeling was coupled with a great desire. Okay, so that we had that feeling there, and there was puristic, and it was through and through because it was a deep desire and I wanted it to happen. And sometimes belief can be an open-ended thing where you're like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I think it can happen. I don't know how it can happen, but I think it can happen. You know, that's also a belief too. It's kind of like an open-ended. It kind of like it puts you in a position of having an expectation, because it's like you don't know what to expect, right? But if you got that little recording on the back of the mind that says, you know, money's hard to make, and I never, you know, happens, and all this stuff back in there, and all this stuffy back in there, and he talking, maybe in the back he talky louder than you having the ability to say, I write new business every week, but you know, everything is really hard in life, and he talky back here, and this voice is a little bit stronger than the one that's up here saying, I write new business every week. If you don't have that puristic, I know it's not a word, but I invented it, so I'm going to take credit. Okay. I don't think it's a word, puristic, but what? It is now. Yeah. So everything has to be pure through and through with what you're doing. All right. And you'll find yourself in life like, you know, we're doing these things to ourselves. With our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about it. Whatever some of the things. I never seem to have enough money. And then you're adding a puristic feel to that because you never have any money, and you know what it feels like not to have money. So you got that depressed feeling about it, and then you've created that belief for yourself. Instead of money flows easily and freely from multiple resources on a continuing and increasing basis into my life. I am financially wealthy. You can do that too. But then by the same token, you got to have that puristic feeling for that as well. So I was right. So like I know I kind of go, did you hear what I just said? So I was having that. So even though I wasn't having, you know, like there was weeks, because I think you're going to be tested with stuff. I think you do. Because we want to know how for real you are. We want to know how real you are. Because you got to be for real. You got to be puristic through and through with the thought, the feeling, and the belief. And if you're pure with the thought, feeling, and belief, well then, I'll tell you this.